Did Utopia get pushed back from the 21st to the 28th? We just got some very interesting new information from a press release of Cactus Jack to the local authorities, the musician syndicate in Egypt, that might shed a new light on this. So let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So now that we got it pretty much confirmed that Utopia is dropping on the 28th, we gotta take a look at why this is, because for the longest time we were convinced that it was going to be dropping the 21st. Reason being, just a small recap real quick of all the evidence we had for the 21st, the billboards that popped up with the clocks that had the handles of the clocks pointing to the time 7:21. So we thought that that would mean that it was going to be dropping on July 21st, as well as other billboards and also the Utopia bus outside of Michael Rubin's house on, I think, Long Island with the all-white party that had the lock combination 0721 on there. So that was another hint towards that. Then another pretty convincing thing was that Mike Dean posted on Threads Utopia 721. So we thought that he was kind of, right about it because he was very closely connected with the creation of this album. He then deleted it and later retweeted the same screenshot again. A very weird situation. And last of all, why we thought that Travis was gonna drop the 21st was because Rolling Loud was teasing at Utopia being performed live. Tariq from Rolling Loud teased at this, ads that Rolling Loud was running, and they said that on the 22nd, so today, we could hear Utopia live for the first time. And they weren't wrong. We can hear the single K-pop live for the first time, but it just really wasn't what we were expecting, so they were kind of playing with us. So that was all why we thought it was going to be dropping the 21st. And then there was the 28th, which was always kind of a date that we thought, okay, he could move it to then if he really needed to, if something came up. Well then, and here's the interesting part, we got reports from a website called Kairoscene.com that went on to explain that there would be a performance at the pyramids, the oh so mysterious and infamous performance at the pyramids, the launch party on the 25th. And the theory was that he would drop the 21st and then 4 days later would have a launch party on the 25th. That article later got taken down and got replaced with the official announcement from Travis himself announcing the release party for the 28th. So the next Friday, that is now possibly coming out. Our theory against this was always that if he's going to have a launch party, which launch parties are usually after an album drops. He did the same thing for Astroworld, and listening parties are on the night of the album dropping. So if he would have a performance there that people can go to, thousands of people already bought tickets, it's sold out, then they would know no words to the songs. He will be performing to a dead crowd because they don't know the songs. And maybe for some people, it's not the way they intended to listen to the album first, because live you don't always hear all the details in the music, even though it's a dope performance. Well, so then was the question, could he release it the 21st, give it a week to let the people know the songs, and then perform at the pyramids? That was what we thought, but then nothing came, only a single, at least we got a single yesterday with K-pop, and so he's performing Utopia at Rolling Loud, you know what I'm saying? But what's up with the pyramids was still kind of a mystery, because in the meantime we got reports that the syndicate, the music association, local in Egypt, they revoked his permit that he could perform there. Then we got the reports that that permit was only for national artists and not international artists, so they couldn't technically deny him from performing there. They accused him of not respecting Egyptian culture and heritage, which I respect. If you go into a different country, you gotta respect the culture and history, but then why not deny it from the start and not even let him organize an event there? Well, here's the interesting part. I think it's going to drop the 28th. I think the pyramids thing is going to happen the 28th. But we got some news from Travis himself. We got a report from Cactus Jack officially that is apparently a letter to the Egyptian local authorities right there, concerning the musician syndicate that he wrote. Let's go through this together. It's a little bit of a dry letter, but let's go through this because it could explain maybe what went down. So let's take a look at this. So you can see, to whom it may concern, I am writing to you to address the blatant inaccurate reports that have apparently led to permits being paused for my concert scheduled for July 28th, 2023 at the Giza Pyramids. My understanding is that the Egyptians musician syndicate took this action in response to bot-generated fake information regarding my concerts and character. All anyone with a grasp for modern technology and social media has to do is click on the user profile of these accounts to see that these are not real people. Specifically, they refer to strange rituals that contradict the cultural identity of the Egyptian people. Nothing could be further from the truth. My only intent with live performances is to unite people around the world over a shared bond in music. As a matter of fact, I just successfully played in an incredibly conservative Saudi Arabia in April for a crowd of 70,000 fans, and there was no issue, hiccup, or complication whatsoever. Ask their Minister of Cultural, Prince Badar bin Farhan Al Saud, or see the positive press reviews here. My music brings together all cultures and spreads positive messages of empowerment and creative freedom. There is not a single lyric I have written or recording I have made that advocates or endorses anything derogatory to any people, much less the Egyptian people. Nothing in my music lends itself to any kind of strange ritual. My performances are celebrations. I only want to lift people up. My new album is entitled Utopia, which is emblematic of my desire to accomplish that goal. I am a great admirer of Egyptian culture and history. That is why I selected the iconic pyramids of Giza to perform and preview my first album release in 5 years. It means that much to me. If you would really like to know my character and heart, please do me the courtesy and favor of speaking with me before taking this drastic step that would unravel months of planning and for which I was previously granted permission. I am from Houston, Texas. I grew up in a family that respects people, loves God, respects Allah, and attends church regularly. We have all seen the spread of false information online over the last few years. It is a divisive problem in the United States and certainly all over the world, Egypt included. Finally, I have also seen mention of security concerns relating to my concert and the extremely unfortunate tragedy of Astroworld in 2021. Please know that I have performed hundreds of concerts before that event and many concerts since without a single incident. Live Nation and myself are hyper vigilant when it comes to concert security. As you may have seen recently, a grand jury declined to pursue any criminal charges related to the festival. I assure you that the concert at Giza has been planned meticulously and will have state-of-the-art fan security in place. Unfortunately, I am hearing that unless Live Nation is permitted to access the site by 5 p.m. Cairo time on July 20th, we will not be able to make the targeted July 28th show date. Please don't let the online spread of false information and hatred derail this event, which will bring positive and international attention to Egypt, its economy, and amazing treasures. I implore you to do everything in your power to allow the show to proceed as planned. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, T.S. Travis Scott. Now, I find this extremely interesting because apparently, if they didn't make the time, like 5 p.m. local time on July 20th, so 2 days ago, they couldn't have planned the whole thing for next Friday. So there's apparently a week of planning that needs to go into this. We are not sure if they actually made the time. The concert might have now been canceled. But that's not the, context of this video. We might talk about that on a different occasion. But what this shows to me is maybe he was supposed to drop Utopia on the 21st and then have the launch party on the 25th. But then all of this started happening, all of these concerns surrounding the permit, that he had to push it a week into the future. And that's why some of the hints that we got in the billboards were kind of false now, because he had to push it a week because he just couldn't get it cleared, the location, in time. I think this is pretty interesting evidence. I definitely want to know what y'all think about this. To me, it really seems like that, especially since the first report we got from Cairo Scene mentioned the 25th as the possible launch party date. So that would mean he would have to be dropping the 21st, which is now obviously not the case. I'm hoping that even if he can't make the pyramid show happened because they couldn't make it in time, Live Nation couldn't access the site by 5 p.m. Cairo time on July 20th, that he'll still drop the album and maybe they do the launch party a bit later. Let me know what y'all think about this though. Very interesting new information that we just got, but I want to know all your theories about this, all your opinions on this, and definitely let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.